So everybody in this whole goddamn world wanted me to watch Rent a Girlfriend, including my own subscribers. Even though I only have 3 subscribers on this channel, I have like 410 subscribers on my other channel, and I know that's not a lot of subscribers, but I'm still proud of my subscribers. So yes, thank you very much for subscribing to my other channel. But a lot of buts. We also had my friends recommending this anime like left and right to me, and I'm just like, no, I don't wanna watch it. Like, I really don't. Until today, because finally I did watch that anime. Well, technically I read the manga. Is that wrong? Did I do something wrong? Because I read like 150 chapters in like 6 hours, something like that. I did do it. I did 6 hours today. Like I woke up at like what 9, went read the chapters till like 3 in the afternoon. Like that's how long I actually took to read each chapters. So yes, forget all about all those few breakdown words, and now let's get into personal opinion on this whole rent a girlfriend thing that everybody is going crazy about and talking about being the best anime of the season and everything. Like, man, I wouldn't say that's the best anime because ReZero is on the list. Like, come on, dude, that's the anime of the season. But let's continue. Let's go and talk about this anime, Rent a Girlfriend. So basically, the premise is quite simple. Our guy Kazuya is a basic loser over here who has just broke up with his girlfriend, or more like his girlfriend is the one who dumped him, and now he's got depression over his head, and he hasn't slept for 2 days and everything, and he's just like, I want to rent a girlfriend, cause I am depressed. My PP is depressed. Like I just need some kind of shit to just get around. Like I need to get around. So he rents a girlfriend, and the girlfriend turns out to be Chizuru. Well, she's the waifu of everybody this season. But I'm not going to say anime only. I'm going to go the manga route. Because, man, if you are anime only, get ready to be spoiled because I will spoil you a lot of things about this series right now. So just to make things clear, I'll be going through each characters in the manga that I felt were important and everything because for me, to be honest, a character makes a story, and that's where I feel like the story is good because when I see a good character I do feel like it's a good story. Even though I didn't feel anything special about the story, I felt like the characters were quite special in this like manga and everything, and I felt like yeah I could relate to Kazuya in a lot of ways, and that's the reason why I felt like yeah to just keep on reading and 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 just keep on reading until I fell into the oblivion and just went like, when is the next chapter coming out? That was me when I actually completed reading all the chapters that were released up to date. I feel like 156 chapters, that's what it is, or 154, something like that. But I did catch up to the whole manga and I did read each and everything. So I would normally begin with the main protagonist because I love beginning with the main protagonist and saying how cool he is. I'm looking at you, Anas Volticode. But let's start with Mommy. To be honest, Mommy for me was a bitch character, and that's it. That's her character to me. It's a bitch. That's it. There's nothing more to add. There's nothing more to say. She just wants to see a loser be a loser in their lifetime. That's it to her. That's all I can say about her character. There's nothing else to add to her character. I really don't want to. I don't think so. There's any deep analysis to her because I didn't feel like anything was really convincing about her or anything unique about her. It was just that bitch character that I see in almost every anime. I'm looking at you, Shield Hero. Good. So let's talk about Ruka, or in other words, somebody who like basically is the second waifu of the series through everybody's words, but through my words, at least through my thoughts, what I think about her is she's actually pretty annoying to me. I actually found that character pretty annoying. To be honest, like forcing herself onto Kazuya. I'm not going to defend Kazuya when I get to him, alright? I'm going to tell everything about him. I'm going to let it out all. Like, I'm just going to let it all out right now. But when I get to him, I'll talk about him. But as for Ruka, yes, she is a freaking annoying character for me. And one of the reasons for that is because she's very forceful, and yeah, I do understand a lot of guys like that whole cute girl thing going on with her and stuff, but for me, I just felt like the character. It is a pretty good character, not gonna lie. The writing for her has been pretty good so far, but uh, it just feels like it's an annoyance to a lot of characters around her, and that's what her character is supposed to be, an annoying brat who's who's just chasing after this love thing, that she's found this true love after a long time and everything, and that's her character's what her character is supposed to be. But that's also what is annoying me, because I don't want to see this annoying shit over and over again, where she's just forcing herself onto Kazuya to a point where she pulls Kazuya and kisses him, not only once but twice, and I'm just like, bruh. Again, Kazuya is a living bruh moment, in words of Geguk, not mine. But man, that is one annoying chick that I had to go through when I was reading this whole manga, and I felt like even though it spices things up, I just felt like it just annoyed the heck out of me. Not only to see both of them together, it just like every time the both of them were together, whenever I was reading, I was just like, just move on. I just want to read the next chapter. I don't want to continue reading this. Why am I reading this? Again, it's just that kind of thing with me. Like, why am I reading this shit? Do I like this shit? I do not like this shit, but I do like this shit. So you know what? I'm gonna read this shit. That is me all day today. Like, you know what? I don't want to know what's gonna happen. I don't like whatever is happening, but you know what? I just want to see the story progress. I want to see how the story ends. I want to see the story through, and that's the reason why I'm continuing to read this shit. And yeah, it was worth it. So everybody's talking about Chizuru being the best girl in the series, but for me, the best girl in this series was the YouTuber, the cosplayer. I already forgot her name, but I don't care. She's still the best girl. Yes, I forgot her name because she was she was introduced like around 100 chapters in, and I was like, where were you all this time, bruh? Like, she is literally the ideal wingman for Kazuya. Like, I was just like, whoa, excuse me, why are you wingmaning for Kazuya out of all people? I don't want you to wingman for him out of all people. But after a certain time, I did want her to wingman for him, like literally. But still, I didn't want her to wing her man for him out of all the people, because it was just like, and she was calling him a master after all, because she did overheard the rental girlfriend whole thing, like Goshishin Sama was her saying, because she did hear all of that shit that was going on between Ruka, Kazuya, Chizuru, and it was just like, yeah, you were cool because you hired a rental girlfriend after you got dumped. And pretty much he summarized everything to her. He told everything, including the thing that he loves Chizuru. And in all honesty, she was the one who was actually helping him throughout this, very supportive. And I just felt like, whoa, YouTubers are pretty cool, very supportive. I get where this comes from. Where am I getting? Who am I kidding? uh, I wish somebody could give me some kind of support right now. I'm just gonna get myself a support chair. And there was also this cute and silent chick who I totally forgot about, just being honest, because I just felt, even though her character is like this supportive character who is in love with Kazuya, but she knows that she can't be together with Kazuya because Kazuya loves Chizuru. So of course she can't be together with him. And so I see this character. I just felt like the character was irrelevant at the point when I was reading the manga, and then all of a sudden she became pretty relevant, because when Kazuya was down and everything, he didn't know what to do. She was the one who actually gave him the support. Like, she was the one who was like, even if you can't stay strong, I will be there for you if you need my help, and all of that stuff, which is pretty much said by every single girl except for Mami in this series. Like, come on, dude. Like, every girl says that to Kazuya. Like, at this point, I'm just like, bruh. Yeah, yeah, I said it again. Uh, On to our main girl, Chizuru. Of course. Like, Chizuru is the root of everything in this series. Like, to be honest, it's Kazuya, but I will get to Kazuya after Chizuru. But Chizuru, in all honesty, has been the perfect girlfriend for Kazuya since the start. Since chapter 1 of the manga, since I have read the manga, she has been this perfect girlfriend. She has done everything that Kazuya wants her to, Kazuya wants her to do, and he pretty much he pretty much screams at her, and she still takes it on. He pretty much like tries to break up with her in front of his friends, gets beaten to death by his friend, and like she pretty much is insulted at almost every point in this series by Kazuya. Like there were a lot of moments where I just felt like like she was just insulted, and I just felt like why? It wasn't specifically by anyone else, but Kazuya himself. Kazuya was the one who was stopping her from actually giving her him some kind of like she has shown some kind of like given him some kind of support. It's even though she is a rental girlfriend and everything, she was doing everything for Kazuya to a point, and Kazuya even stopped her when mommy was bitching about him. He stopped her from talking, and this is in the anime as well. I know it's very start and everything, and I do not want to get into the point where I want to get into, because I want to talk about it in Kazuya's point of view thing. But I just want to say like there were so many moments where Chizuru has stepped up for Kazuya in this whole charade, and I just felt like, bruh. So best wife with Chizuru aside, let's talk about Kazuya, the main protagonist. Now there's a lot of things to talk about Kazuya, and I am going to let it everything like I'm just going to let every shit I have in my mind out on him. Like this man, let's talk about everything from start to the end that this man has done. Let's begin with the first thing that this man does is basically screams at Chizuru because she was being a good girlfriend. Why would somebody do that? There was a moment, a freaking moment where he tried to break up with her, and I like that moment a lot because his friends were the one who stopped him, punched the shit out of him, and then I gotta say his best friend is one of the best anime character I've ever seen, who just stood up for his friend. Is like, I have to see everybody supporting Kazuya in this series. Why isn't Kazuya growing? I was just like that for like 100 chapters. I was just like, why isn't this man growing? Even his own grandmother was supporting him. Why isn't this man growing? I think I was so frustrated. One of the reasons I think I was so frustrated with this man's character is because he was quite relatable in all honesty. I know he has been simping about around mommy and everything. In all honesty, in all honesty, I've also simped for girls. Yeah, don't tell that to anybody, but I did. But you see that Kazuya has been simping all this time for a mommy and everything. Like you just see this, and there are moments in this anime where I'm just like, stop. You just need to stop. Why can't you just stop? And then there are moments where he just tries to redeem himself, but it's still not enough in this whole anime manga. Like I just felt like it wasn't enough for Kazuya to redeem himself. Like this man literally goes out stalking Chizuru at a point. I just felt like, why? Why are you doing that, my dude? You don't need to do that. She's doing her job. Like, stop doing that. There were moments in this whole manga where he's just like, just for it was that whole moment of stalking. I just felt like it was just for his self satisfaction, even though he just says like it is because all the fans will be unhappy. It just felt like it was for his self satisfaction. There was this whole moment in the is this whole moment. I know the anime did it better, but still there was this whole moment in the anime slash manga, wherever you want to say it, he just masturbates thinking about mommy, and just all of a sudden he blows it like he's just about to blow a nut, and then Chizuru comes in his mind, and like, oh wait, what is going on? Stop! Like what? Why is this guy doing that? I just it's like what? What? I don't know what to say. Like what? I lost my mind at that point. Like seriously, dude, that's what you're gonna do? There were some moments in this whole shit. I had some shit to just leave out there when it came out, and then there were moments where it's just like, oh, this is for my grandma. I'm like, no, dude, stop doing it. Stop running from yourself. Even though he admits to himself that he is in love with Chizuru, a lot of times he's just like, I'm not sure yet. And like, why are you not sure yet? There are moments like that. I'm not sure yet. I'm like, What? Stop doing that, my dude. Stop doing that. Like, there are just moments where I just like stop doing it. Just stop doing it. I had like half of this time. Just what the heck. There were so many moments with Kazuya, to be honest. And then all of a sudden, you throw me an you throw me a curveball. Where this moment appears. All right, I felt like for once this would help him become a better person, because there was this moment where Kazuya meets Chizuru's grandmother, and Chizuru's grandmother pretty much asks him to take care of Chizuru, and he's like, "Yeah, I will." And he says this. I'm not sure if I can stay with her or anything. Like I can't. I'm not sure I will still be in a relationship like this made up relationship or anything, but he will definitely try, and he'll definitely try and do. He'll definitely try and uh, do better, and he definitely loves her. Like, there was this moment, and then there was this whole moment afterwards, like like 120 chapters in, around, I think so, 120 chapters in, I'm not sure, but there was this whole moment, and I felt like this is where Kazuya's character developed a lot for me from where he started. Like, he started off from, no man, don't do that, to his like, yeah, I'm supporting this guy. It started off like that, and I'm like, yeah, I'm supporting this guy. Because there's this whole moment where Kazuya goes to Chizuru after her grandma collapses, and it's just after Ruka's kiss. Okay, Ruka kisses this man, and I'm just like, stop, stop, stop right there. So I just see that Ruka kisses this man. I'm just like, why? Like, I felt like there were moments here where like there was this moment where he goes to Chizuru's show. Yes, Chizuru wants to be a movie star. If I don't want to know that, but basically he went to this show of hers, which is basically a play and everything, and he tries to cheer her up and everything, but apparently it doesn't work out. Uh, the show doesn't work up, and he does this whole thing where he actually tells to her that she's actually pretty talented, and I actually felt like for once, okay, my wires were all jangly, but for once I just felt like, okay, Kazuya, you did a good job, and that was just like, okay, you did a good job, right? So I was just like, yeah, you did a good job, but I still didn't feel like, yo, that job was redeemable. It didn't feel like this guy was had a redeemable feature and everything, because he definitely cheered up Chizuru and everything, but he's definitely at the same time did not redeem himself yet. He wasn't this redeemable character, and just after that, few minutes later, you just see like him kissing Ruka in the next like few chapters or something. You see him kissing Ruka and everything. I'm like, okay, I'm dead. But he was about to like get this whole breakup thing going and everything, and all of a sudden you see this guy like get the call, like you just see what's her face, Chizuru get the call and everything about the grandma collapse and everything, and he they quickly, like Kazuya quickly takes Chizuru and runs to the hospital, and I'm just like, yeah, that's a cool moment. That's a cool moment in my book, even though it's just a minor moment and everything. It's still a cool moment in my book, and you see like. He wants to do something for Chizuru, who's feeling down, who is like, your grandmother doesn't have much time to live, and I want to be a movie star before that. I want to show her what I'm capable of. And that's when Kazuya, I felt that Kazuya was developing as a character, because he finally stepped up. He wanted to do something for Chizuru for once. He didn't want to be a selfish guy who was throughout, like, he was just, in all honesty, a selfish guy throughout this whole series, who was just thinking for himself. He didn't think for anybody but himself throughout the series, and I think so that's what it was. He was a hornball. He wanted to get laid. He wanted to use Chizuru as a rental girlfriend to like show off and everything. Like, he wanted to get away from the depression, and he used Chizuru for that, of course, and that got him into trouble. He uses Ruka because Ruka, and there are moments like he sims for mommy, and I'm just like, yeah, what the heck, dude? But finally, it was this moment where he finally gets to redeem himself. He finally wakes up. He just starts going through, and he's like, "Yo, we're gonna produce a movie." And I'm like, "Yo, dude, seriously? You gonna do that?" And I've loved that shit, you know. I love that shit when finally the main character, who has been this irredeemable bastard towards this whole series, like I just felt like, okay, I finally I finally got a good look at our main character, and I finally felt like, yeah, this was the moment I was waiting for this moment. I was waiting for this guy to actually stand up once for this girl who says he likes. I was waiting for that moment, and we finally got that moment. We finally start looking at this whole moment where he's starting to like just do every single thing possible in existence to get Chizuru that movie star role, like get Chizuru a role in a movie, get a director, even a director. He went as far as to attend classes for his director. That's how far he went. Like, that's how far he went to get a director. I love, that's what I like to see, you know. This guy was so, he was going hard in there. He was like smashing pamphlets and everything, like smashing pamphlets, what? Like he was like what do you say, I'm losing, English is a hard language, you know. But he was basically giving away pamphlets and everything on the street and everything. He was raising fund and everything. He was talking to like directors, just trying to get shows. He was talking to companies and everything. Like, this is this is what I wanted to see in his character throughout this whole series, and this is the reason why I felt like he finally redeemed himself throughout the series, even though such he was such an irredeemable. He was just irredeemable in my book until that moment. And you just see this man continuously working for Chizuru. He's working hard. He's working hard, harder than ever. And just felt like, yeah, this man. I saw this man go from an immature nil guy to a guy who said to Chizuru's grandma before her final moments that no matter, no matter what happens, even if they break up, even this is a like a made up relationship and they don't know about it, and this made up relationship gets broken up, like he's still gonna be by her side. And that's what I wanted to hear him say all this time. I wanted to hear him say that. Just wanted to hear him say that. I wanted to hear him say that, yes, I want to see Chizuru smile. And it was such an endearing moment for me to see Kazuya grow up. I like, it was such a good moment for me in general to see this character who I once thought was just is so bad, so terrible, to just grow up into this like he slowly matured up to this point where I felt like, yeah, I could cheer from him. I could cheer for him as a character, and it felt good finally to actually look at him as a character. Felt really good actually. Uh, and that's pretty much it. He also does the whole thing where Chizuru is one of the most emotional scenes. I actually finally felt like something in my heart broke when I saw the Chizuru's grandma die in the hospital and everything. And I just felt like at that moment I felt a little tear in my eyes for once, because it was such an emotional moment in my eyes, because I never thought I never thought that this series would have made me cry, because at first this series was making me angry. This series felt like it was playing with my emotions, because I was just angry all the time. It was like, what is going on here? But all of a sudden I felt attached to all these characters, and when one of these characters who I felt was a pretty genuine character died in the series, I felt really sad when I saw it. And when I saw Kazuya try to do his best to give Chizuru's grandmother this final moment to see Chizuru on a big screen in this hospital. He just attaches the projector to his laptop and everything and just shows the movie on that projector. I finally felt like my boy has grown. My boy is actually grown for once. That's what I felt when I was watching this whole manga, not anime. I was reading the whole manga, and I just like felt like, did my boy really grow up to be this kind of guy? who is able to take that. And then all of a sudden, in the next few chapters, I just see like I don't know what to do with Chizuru. Basically, his grandma's advice in the funeral was, like Chizuru's grandma's funeral was basically to figure out him, like figure out what Chizuru wants himself, and uh, that's what he's trying to figure out right now. That's where the latest chapter has ended with a date with the silent girl, and he's trying to figure out what he wants to do for Chizuru. It's technically a rental date, but he's trying to figure out what he wants to do for Chizuru while he's on this rental date. And this is what I wanted to see him finally do, because I wanted to see him finally do something for Chizuru and everything. And I finally got it. I finally got what I wanted to see, and that's where I was satisfied. And I still want to see what he can do here, because at this point, my dude has gone far. He has gone far enough to do this, or like do this thing where he can he can say he does love Chizuru. So I'm just waiting for that moment. Another thing was, there was this moment where he was like, I do want to hug Chizuru, but she's just a rental girlfriend, and I just wanted to. I just, my heart was screaming. I like, just do it, dude. Just do it. Just don't wait for it. Just do it. I want you to do it. But unfortunately, there wasn't anything like that happening, and he just stopped before it happened. And I do want to see him grow out of this finally, because he's slowly getting out of this. I don't want him to take the mommy trap, because I know mommy will be there to spice things up, but I don't want him to take that in. I don't want him to go with Ruka. I don't want him to go with anybody. I just want him to see end up with Chizuru finally, and I hope in the next upcoming chapters, because I feel like we're getting to the end at this point, because it has come to this point where I feel like, yeah, we're closing to this a conclusion that we are all waiting for. Like, I think the next 30 to 40 chapters something should be there. Just instinct for a manga reader, constant manga reader. But I do feel like it might take like more 30 to 40 chapters, but it is definitely going to come there. It's going to come, the ending is going to come soon, and I'm waiting for it. So yeah, that was all I had for today. I went a long way for Kazuya, especially because I didn't speak a lot about the girls, because to be honest, the girls were an alright character. But what I want to talk about Kazuya, because Kazuya was the character that really bugged me throughout this whole series as I was reading this whole manga and everything. He was the character that bugged me the most, and that's the reason why I had to speak about him. And I had this long conversation about him here right now. And in all honesty, Rent a Girlfriend is a good it's a good like show, I guess. I wouldn't say it's the anime of the year material or anything like that. Like a lot of people say, like it's the anime of the season material and everything. In all honesty, I don't feel like that. I don't feel like the story is anything special. In all honesty, but again, what makes a story special for me is the characters, and the characters are special to me in in this series, because again, unique stories are way less to find. Like, there are very few unique stories I can find. What I can find are unique characters, and how the author utilizes those unique characters is what I want to see. And that's what I was reading this whole thing for, because I found a lot of unique characters in there, like Kazuya, the relatable character. He was unique because he was relatable, and a lot of way I felt relatable to Kazuya in so many ways. I felt he was quite relatable. There was also Chizuru. She was also actually a relatable tsundere. I don't know how to put it. Like, I felt like that. Like, I felt like she was like she's quite realistic and mature. Her uniqueness in that, she was a perfect girlfriend, in other words. So yeah, that was the easy way to put it. Even though Chizuru is being quite immature right now in the manga, and I felt like that, because there were a lot of moments in the manga where I was just like, yo, Chizuru, what are you doing? Like, there was this whole moment where the YouTuber girl that I like so much, she is my waifu of this series. Like, I low-key like her a lot more than Chizuru, to be honest. Still, Chizuru is a good waifu material, but I do like my YouTuber waifu, so I'm gonna do that. But she basically is the wingman and everything. She's trying to get Kazuya and Chizuru together. She's trying to test. And she even said Chizuru that Kazuya loves her and everything, and she knows Kazuya. She knows what Kazuya is gonna say, and that's why I like the YouTuber Chan in the series. And basically, Chizuru's response was like, Chizuru knows that Kazuya is kind of acting weird and everything. Why would he work hard for him, for her and everything? And that's where I like, yeah, yeah, she is acting. She knows it's happening, but she's also acting weird. She's getting love struck slowly and slowly, but it's surely happening. There's this feeling developing inside her that she can't like keep away from, and that's something I have been liking throughout the series. That was it. This is a long way for a single rent a girlfriend video. Like, yes, this is not a normal length video. Like, I made a 20-minute video. Like, I made a 16-minute video, like, for Misfit of the Demon Academy. Well, this is more than 20 minutes, I'm pretty sure. Like, but yeah. That's it for today. That's all I got for today. Let me know what do you think about the whole manga thing, manga readers, because of course this is for manga readers, not anime owners. If you guys are anime owners, I'm sorry I spoiled you, but I did warn you in the title as well as I did say that I'm gonna spoil you about the manga if you are reading this whole shit. So yeah, I am a manga reader. Before like genuinely, even my close friends, they were like, "Yo, gotta watch Rent a Girlfriend," and I was like, "No, that sounds weird." That anime sounds weird. I'm not watching that one. But it was actually a good ride for reading the manga because it was just hyped up so much at this point where I had to. I had to. Yeah, I just had to. It was fun. Anyways, let me know what you think about the manga and everything. Let me know what you think about like the main character Kazuya, who I talked about a lot. Like I feel like I've spent like 15 to 16 minutes talking just about Kazuya. Let me know about that too. Let me know what do you think about uh, all the other characters around in this series. Let me know what you think about who's the best girl, because I want to see the best girl debates go in there. So I do want to see who the best girl is for you. And I'm pretty sure Chizuru wins by a big mile for a lot of people. But again, for me, it's the YouTuber Chan. She's the best girl for me. Like, come on. I like her a lot. She's the best wingman, but she's my best girl for me. Anyways, let me know all about that. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, peace out.